Making a colossal decision, the University Grants Commission has decided to let universities admit students twice a year. The two admission cycles will be July-August and January to February, and this starts from the 2024-25 academic session, which means this year onwards. Now, the UGC Chairperson, Jagadesh Kumar, elaborated on the benefits, saying that those who missed admission to a university in the July-August session due to a delay in the announcement of board results or health issues or personal reasons will be given another chance to get themselves admitted. Beyond this, he's also said that if Indian institutions adopt the biannual admission cycle, they can enhance their international collaborations and student exchanges. So that clearly is a big decision that has been made by the UGC. In fact, to talk more about this, I'm joined by the UGC chairperson on Mirror Now. M.Jagadesh Kumar is joining us. Mr. Kumar, good evening. Namaskar. Thank you very much for speaking with us on Mirror Now. This decision by the UGC, Mr. Kumar, has been lauded by students and parents, but there are certain concerns. Let me first ask and understand from you, in fact, this whole decision that has been taken, is it compulsory for higher education institutions? Is it a mandate? Could you please help us understand this entire decision?
No, this is an option that we are providing to all the universities and colleges in India, because conventionally we admit the students only in July-August cycle. And if for any reason, if anybody misses the admission, they have to wait for one complete year. So therefore, only those universities which have the necessary infrastructure and the teaching resources, if they decide to adopt this biannual admission process, it will be highly beneficial to the students. So absolutely, it is not a mandatory requirement for the universities.
Mr. Kumar, you also talked about how it's a benefit to students when it comes to collaborations with foreign universities, when taking admissions in foreign universities. Could you elaborate more on that?
You see, biannual admission is a global practice. In many of the Western countries, they admit the students twice in a year. In many of the IITs also, we do admit PhD students twice in a year. So we wanted to extend this benefit to the universities and colleges across the country. And we actually tried it last year in online programs. In July 2023, about 20 lakh students joined the online programs in India. And when we started a second cycle in January 2024, we were pleasantly surprised that nearly 500,000 students joined. That means so many students would have simply waited for an year if we did not offer them twice in a year admission. So looking at this response from the students, the UGC decided that let us extend this option to the universities and colleges. And also you see, as you said, it will help in coordinating the student exchange programs if we have biannual admission process. And also, the available infrastructure within the university system can be very effectively used if we have the biannual admission process.
Which is what I was coming to next, Mr. Kumar. You know, it's been appreciated, this decision by the UGC. It's been lauded by students and teachers and, of course, the parents. But one of the main and big concerns is the implementation of this decision. How would universities do this in terms of resource when one semester ends, when the other one starts, the required infrastructure for all of this? This remains a big concern.
Yes, it can vary from university to university. It also depends on how many programs they want to start in the second cycle of the admission process. So depending on the nature of the programs they want to offer, depending on the kind of infrastructure and teaching resources they have, the universities which are planning to adopt the biannual admission, they need to carefully plan both the admission process, the examination process, and so on, and how you allocate the teaching resources to carry out the teaching responsibilities in both the sessions. So these are things that every university has to plan, discuss in their academic councils and executive councils, work out a detailed plan, and implement it carefully.
And do you think that would be possible that is implementable from July, August, which is when I believe the UGC is planning to start this?
See, July, August admissions are our conventional admissions. If the university decides to admit in January next year, then they have to start the planning right along with the first cycle admission process. So they still have 6 months time if they want to adopt biannual admission process, or they can wait for one more year and then start the biannual admission process. All that I would like to request the universities is that you need to carefully assess the resources that you have, the capabilities that you have, and carefully plan so that the students can seamlessly adopt this biannual admission process.
Okay. Mr. Kumar, also, while I was trying to get in a response about this decision across, people who are affected by this decision, one of the major concerns was also the fact that there's a lot of focus on quantity and not on quality, and that higher education institutes should also focus on their quality improvement instead of just increasing the number of admissions in a year.
There is absolutely no doubt about making our universities and colleges centers of excellence by focusing on providing quality education. And that is the reason why UGC is bringing out many reforms, keeping NEP 2020 as our guideline. Nobody should compromise on the quality. And that's the reason why we are telling that if you want to adopt the biannual admission process, you need to carefully plan and you should not dilute the quality of education that is offered to our students.
Do you also think, Mr. Kumar, that these biannual admissions might increase the gross enrollment ratio that we see in our students?
That is one of our goals also in NEP 2020. We have decided that we need to reach the GER to 50% by 2035. And that is possible only when we increase the intake of our students. And one way of increasing the intake of our students is to adopt this biannual admission process and use the available infrastructure in terms of the classrooms and the teaching labs and the teaching resources effectively so that we can serve our student community in a better way.
Right. Mr. Kumar, also, the NEP, the National Education Policy, talks about how India needs to become a global study destination. To reach that goal, what are the steps, what are the efforts that the UGC is making?
Oh, well, there are several steps that we have taken. We are requesting the universities to admit more international students. One of the reasons why we have only about 50,000 international students, although the quality of education that we impart in many of our universities is of high quality, looking at the way the number of universities which are getting into the global university rankings, there is a need for our universities to showcase our educational system by visiting other countries. Just as the foreign universities come here and conduct roadshows and conduct workshops, groups of our universities should go abroad, particularly the global South countries, and showcase our educational system there so that more awareness is created for these students to come and join in our Indian educational system. UGC will work together with the educational institutions and our Indian high commissions in these foreign countries and create more awareness among the foreign students so that they are encouraged to come to India and study here.
All right, we'll leave it there. Mr. Jagadesh Kumar, thank you very much for joining us on Mirror Now and helping us understand this big, colossal decision that has been taken by the UGC of biannual admissions. Thank you very much.